Hey guys, Ice Hockey Aussies here again for yet another Stanley Cup playoff video. This time we've got the Edmonton Oilers versus the Los Angeles Kings. Now, this is going to be an interesting one because I believe it's two teams that they've got a lot of firepower, but their defense and their goaltending is very questionable. So, feel like we're going to see a lot of goals. A lot of goals. And to get us stuff with the stats for these two teams, Jaden, get us kick-started.
Alrighty. Yeah, where to get started? So second and third place in the Pacific Division, 109 points for Oilers, 104 for LA. Oilers came strong in the later half of the season. LA was strong consistently throughout. In their head-to-head, 50-50, 2-2. Played 4 games because they're division rivals. Very, very different teams in regards to LA is more of a complete team throughout, whereas Oilers are really relying on that first line and power play unit. And speaking of power play unit, I'll go through the special teams. Obviously, both teams have good power players. Oilers have the best basically in the league with 32%. LA with 25%, nothing to sniff at. And that's probably where this series is going to get decided is in the power play unit era. If LA can stay out the box, I think they win. If they don't, um, they probably lose, and that's really not on them to decide. Sometimes with the officiating in this NHL, it can just be basically up to the refs on what they want to do. But going on, both have poor penalty kills, so you want to stay out the box as much as you can. Goals for Oilers, obviously best league. They got averaging 4 goals a game, absolutely insane. But the problem is they concede so many goals. They concede on average 3 a game. So that is the issue. LA 3.3 goals for, but they concede 3.1 as well, the same as the Oilers. So just Oilers scoring a little bit more, and I think that's what it's going to come down to is that power play and just scoring that little bit more. They've got basically their first line here: Connor McDavid, 153 points, amazing season. All their players are in the positive and Draisaitl over 50 goals. You've got basically a big drop off from Hyman to Nurse in regards to points, 40-point difference there. On the other LA front, they got two players, Dano and Arvidsson, in the negative and the plus minus. But you can see there's no standout like amazing points. No like I know Fiala's a point per game there, but basically no player over amazing amount of point per game unlike Connor McDavid, Draisaitl, and whatnot. And that shows that LA have a full depth team, not relying on that power play unit as much, though they have a really good one. It works. They like to go low to like high to low to the slot to score. That I've noticed, and it works well. And whereas the power play for the Oilers is really on the outside. McDavid and Draisaitl running things. But yeah, I got Oilers in 4-3. You've got Kings in 4-3. I guess you can put up your little case for why you think the Kings.
Um, oh yeah, look, I think this series is going to be a tight one all out. I don't think it's going to be the same as a couple of the other series that we think are going to be quite close as well. I think this is going to be heavily focused on offense. I think we're going to see a high scoring series as well. I think a lot of their games will be probably 6 to 7 goals combined minimum. I don't think you're going to see too many 2-1 type games in this series. I just think both of their goaltending and their defenses are too weak compared to the offenses of both teams. Um, but overall, where I think the Kings are going to get it done is I just think they're the more complete team. I think they've got 4 lines. I think they're quite gritty. They're quite strong, powerful, which you need come playoffs, right? Playoffs is a different type. Skill will only get you so far. In playoffs, you need players who are going to put their body on the line who are going to put on the big hits and big checks and be able to take those hits as well. I just think the Kings are better built for that than the Oilers personally. Um, but I think yeah, it's one of those ones that it's a flip of a coin. Could go the Oilers' way, could go the Kings' way. It's just going to come down to who can take their opportunity. And to your point, it's probably who can stay out of the box. Really, I think that it'll come down to that quite a lot. If the Kings are giving up 4 to 5 penalties a game, they're going to get absolutely walloped. And similar to the Oilers, right? Like if one of these teams stays out of the box more than the other, that's probably the team that wins it. Simple as that.
Yeah, I think that'll be
Um,
an interesting stat to look at the end of this series if that stays true.
yeah, how many power play goals were scored and how many opportunities did each team give per game? Because yeah, I think that'll be a very telling point of this series. Um, because yeah, I don't think these guys can leave it in the hands of their goaltenders too much because I don't think either of these teams have a goaltender that's going to steal you a series.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong there. I do think that I don't even I'd probably lean more on the Oilers side in regards to their goaltending. Um, Granted, I believe LA have the goaltender that put up 85 saves against Tampa. One of those seasons to break the record. So you have that in the bag. I still think they didn't win that game. So yeah, they do have that. And look, they've got great firepower. It is that like hampering that defense and boosting that penalty kill. I think Kopitar's having an amazing season. It's kind of gone underrated in my opinion. Same with Fiala and Kempe. I think these three are very underrated because of just they're not getting overly point per game. Besides Kempe having 40 goals, they're not like putting up 50, 60 goals like other players. So they've got unsung players on the thing. On the trade deadline, they got rid of one of the players that I've disliked, and I feel like that's boosted them that they don't have to rely on that grit, and they can stick to their system and don't have to worry. Like I feel like if they kept him, and I actually forgot his name just then. You probably got it in the back of your head. Um,
Brandon Lemieux,
yeah, Lemieux.
yeah,
I feel like they would have probably lost the series just having him because of the penalties that he would give up. So that trade has become fortuitous in regards to this playoff series, just because I feel like it really will come down to the special teams and how they perform here. And like you
it's
said,
probably why
high
they shipped
scoring
him off.
games. Yeah, they're like it's probably going to be the Oilers. We need to ship him off because yikes, and then yeah.
Yeah, they went down their list and they're like, now, which one of you guys give up too many penalties? You're gone. You're done. Out of here. We can't afford that shit. And yeah, 100%. Like it was a good call to get rid of him. I think he was a troublemaker and yeah, just too many stupid penalties as well. Like there's such thing as taking a good penalty, but he just took bad penalties constantly, just doing the wrong thing. And yeah, they're going to be very glad they don't have him for this series because the last thing they need is him sending McDavid to the power play 3 times.
Mm,
But yeah, and that's the thing. Like you send the Oilers to the power play 3 times, they're getting a goal. They're
mm,
getting at least one goal.
yep.
That is what their stats say. They are 1 in 3. And most other teams are 1 in 4, 1 in 5. They are 1 in 3. It's just, yeah, it's just a dangerous thing to do to send them to the penalty box. So yeah, LA skaters need to be on their best behavior. If they stay out of the box, I think they've got what it takes to beat the Oilers. I really do. I think they've got the grit. Uh, but ultimately, yeah, it will come down to who can stay out of the box the most, and yeah, just taking your opportunities when you get them.
Yeah, that's basically it. Just having a look at their penalty takers. Brendan Lemieux played 27 games. He was positioned for 53. penalty minutes with 27 games, and
Jesus
there
Christ.
are only three higher than them: Lizotte, Donald, and Kempe. Donald and Kempe in their top 5 points this season. Fiala just under Lemieux to round up the top 5. The interesting note, I always known he's been good like that, but Kopitar has only got 4 penalty minutes for the season. He's always been good like that, but I just thought that's very interesting. It's kind of like a Jack Hughes thing, just doesn't concede penalties, and that bodes well. So, yep, I've got Oilers winning 4-3 purely because of the McDavid factor and Draisaitl factor, though I think LA are the better team overall. And I could definitely easily see LA winning this series as well. So it's really a coin flip. Pick, you know, dealer's choice basically. And yeah, that's all I got there.
Yeah, sure. I think you've summed it up pretty spot on. I think it's going to be another one of those series that just goes right down to the wire. I think it'll go to six games probably minimum. I think it'll probably be a one 2-2, 3-3 sort of situation all the way through. I don't think you're going to see um anyone really pull out to a 2 or 3 game lead. It'll most likely be neck and neck every game. So yeah, it's going to be exciting. I said before with the Canes and Islanders, if you like to see goals, don't watch that series. If you like defense, watch that series. What's the opposite with this one? If you love seeing goals, this is the series for you. If you like to watch good defense, don't watch because it's not going to be good defense.
Yeah, I think that can pretty much sum it up there. Eh? Alrighty.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel for more playoff hockey content and future content going forward. And leave a comment below on what you think of the series. Who's your pick, Oilers or LA? Will it go to Game 7? Will it not? Will power play really and penalty kill take a big role in this series, or will it not? And how many points do you think McDavid puts up? So yeah, let us know in the comments below. And until next video, see you soon.
Take care, guys.